lovely Madonna Guy. Good morning, Madonna.
Morning, Roger. How are you?
And you're so sparky.
Ah, yes,
You're
as
on
you
those,
do.
You're on those ginseng, what are those?
I do love my adrenotone.
I got some the other day.
Did you?
Went and
Yeah.
saw the girls, yes.
Good.
Yep, so I'm on those and jumping out of my skin.
Nourish your nervous system.
It's easy. One tablet a day. Actually, the girl said you can take one, what's it called? Ginseng Adreno, I think, or something.
Adrenotone?
Yeah. One in the morning and one around about lunchtime.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want them too close to bedtime.
No, well, I haven't.
Because
I
they're
did sleep well
stimulants.
last night. We have, and you've dragged in a very special friend.
I have.
Helen Harrison.
Counsellor down at Cleveland. So welcome, Helen.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
Yeah, so we've been chatting a little bit about what you specialise in, and of course it's everything for counsellors these days: anxiety, depression, stress, lots of couples counselling these days. So what are you finding the bulk of your time being taken up talking to your clients about these days?
Good question. So, like you said, I have a lot of couples who come in, and when you peel back the layers and have a look at what's going on, I mean, they're so time poor.
Yes.
A big amount of people that come in is ones with little kids. You know, they've got no time for themselves.
They're not sleeping well.
That's right.
Yeah.
And never mind as a couple. So, you know, it is about looking at that, the time management and what they can do to try and bring in some sort of change. Sometimes it can go deeper.
Yes.
You know, sometimes there is roots to things that have happened earlier on in their life.
Yeah.
Sometimes people want to look at that and some people don't.
Yeah.
You know, counselling is very much not the agenda of the counsellor, but what you want.
So when you're talking about things that have happened early on in their life, that's then impacting on their marriage right now. So what sort of things are you talking about?
Oh, look, it can be anything from, you know, your parents divorced when you're 5 years old.
Right.
And it's trauma.
Yeah.
It can be grandma dying. It can be I was bullied. It can be abuse. I mean, it's endless. And what is trauma for one person may not be for another.
Yeah,
Helen,
that's so true.
Helen, I've heard that in divorce situations where there are children, younger children adapt better than, let's say, if parents get divorced when the children are in their early 20s. Is that right?
Oh, I tend to differ. Yeah, sort of research I think is sort of, it differs. I think it really does have a big bearing on how those parents separate. If they separate in love, and you can create an environment in the two households where those children feel loved, and that's because children blame themselves.
I've never heard of separation in love.
Well, you know that isn't that what Gwyneth Paltrow and the dude from Coldplay did? Isn't that what they basically did?
Yes.
They did a mutual separation or a mutual uncoupling, I think it was called.
And what, then played Boy Scout girl guy?
Well, no, I think because they did. I think because they did still love each other, they decided that the children were first and foremost in the relationship. And yeah, they've both got millions of dollars, so let's face it, not that hard to hire a nanny or something. But you know, it sort of was interesting that they chose to do it. They chose to speak about it, and it is one of those things that sometimes you're better off pulling the plug in a marriage before you really do start hating each other.
True.
You know, when you just know it isn't working, or you know
Absolutely, and waiting for the kids to be the right age. I mean, sometimes that can do more damage.
When is the right age?
How long is a piece of string?
Yeah, and also what are the kids like? If the kids are seeing disharmony in that relationship, that's no good for the kids. No. It's teaching the kids that this is a normal relationship that's dysfunctional.
Totally.
So it's, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it?
Yes, and it comes back to your own individual self. You have to be happy in yourself. You have to have joy. You've got to have contentment, and then be able to have that with your partner, and then as a family. So it's asking yourself the question, actually, am I happy? What do I want? And really, and that's what I do in counselling, is get people to reflect on themselves. What do I want? And then what am I willing to do?
And how often have people never asked themselves that question?
Oh, because, you know...
It's amazing.
Totally. Often I feel like a referee, so I do put in some boundaries, particularly in the first session.
Good plan.
Where they're flinging mud at each other. It's almost like a tennis match. If you do this, this and this, I'll be happy. Well, no. Stop projecting, stop putting it back onto your partner and bring it back to yourself. And what do I want? You can only change yourself. You cannot change your partner.
True, very true.
Did you ever, in your marriage before it broke up, Roger, did you ever try to change her, or did she ever try to change you?
No, I got to be honest, I'm pretty laid back, but I just watched it all fall apart.
Yeah, okay.
There wasn't much I could do.
Yeah.
We did go counselling.
Yeah. Yeah. I was saying before we started that one of my clients from many years ago, she went to marriage counselling on her own for 2 years. And then once we started doing kinesiology, she finally made that decision to pull the plug, and her hubby rang and abused me. And I said to him, which part of 2 years of marriage counselling did you not understand?
Yes.
I think sometimes the other partner just isn't hearing. They're not hearing that someone's unhappy. They assume that because they've been doing that every day for 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, that it's going to be able to be okay.
And
But bit by bit, bit by bit, it just eats away at our soul.
Helen, this day and age, is there a greater demand for counselling with all the stress out there that we hear of in the world?
Oh gosh, I'm
fell off the chair.
here.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes, it's rampant. Stress. I mean, that is the biggest thing that comes in the door.
What about young people?
I don't work a lot with young people. Look, yes, absolutely there would be, but I mean, my target market is individuals, adults. Particularly couples, and then when couples come in, you do need to do your own individual work, because how are you meant to be in a relationship with someone else if you're not actually in a relationship with yourself? What makes you happy? A big thing that comes in the door is, I want to make my partner happy. It is not your job to make your partner happy.
Yeah, and it seems like one of those lovely things when you get married and they say, I'm going to make you happy every day for the rest of your life. You go, really? That'll be interesting.
The honeymoon period.
Yes.
2 years? That's about it.
Yes, and then remove those, what's it called? Those, the glasses.
Oh, yeah. The rose-coloured glasses.
Yes, remove them and let's get to reality.
Yeah.
And it's coming back to, what do you want?
Yeah.
And communication.
Yeah.
Biggest thing, talk. What I see a lot happening, particularly with women, because we tend to be more emotional, and I don't want to put everybody in the same box.
Oh yeah, tick me.
Yes. But for women, as they become
disconnected?
Yes, and not contented, they go in.
Right.
Because every time they begin to speak up, then the partner takes it as an attack, and they want to put their fix-it hat on, and what's wrong with me, and why aren't you happy? And so they go within. And it's being able to, what I do in my sessions is get them to drop the resentment. We move through that. To be able to work in relationship counselling, you have to be able to move the resentment.
Yes.
Well, you have to forgive, don't you?
Totally.
All those little hiccups previously,
Absolutely.
right up to the very minute, you've got to forgive. If you're going to move forward, you've got to forget what's happened in the past.
Yes.
And it's not easy sometimes. If someone's really...
I reckon I could go into counselling.
Well, you're so laid back. You'd miss all the mud,
all those single mothers out there.
Not quite what it's about, Roger.
I'm trying not to sit here and laugh too loudly.
But yeah, so when couples come in, because I suppose it takes a few sessions to even start getting to those root causes of what's going on.
Oh, absolutely.
So people who think they're going to come along for 1, 2, 3 sessions, it's,
And also you've got to want to.
Yeah.
I'm not a cheerleader. I used to be. I'm not now.
Yeah.
I want to work with people who want to move their baggage.
Yes.
Because when a relationship is not functioning as well as it could be, often you're triggering each other.
Yeah.
So there's a projection.
Yes.
You have to clean that up in each of you. So one party may have a lot of stuff that they need to clear out.
Yeah.
So there's different ways of doing that. You can do that through counselling, holistic counselling, hypnotherapy, life coaching.
Yes.
But it depends how, I suppose, committed that person is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So Helen, you do mainly marriage counselling, is that right?
Look, probably half and half. Marriage counselling, but also individual counselling, and also hypnotherapy. I have a process. It's a 3-session process that helps people move people's trauma.
Maybe we should chat about that after the break.
Okay, we will. Back with Helen Harrison and my favourite girl, Madonna Guy, right after this.